Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of The Rachel Cruze Show. Have you ever had a time during the day where you're just maybe lonely, maybe you're sad, maybe you're stressed, maybe you just want to be like mentally away from the kids for like a hot second? What do? Well, I'll be honest, I know what I do. Swipe that phone, check some email, and then check Instagram. And there I go, scrolling away. Because it's crazy how I just can go mindless. I just go numb. It's crazy. So I follow people that are my friends personally in life that I love. And then I got my little section of what we call influencers. Yeah, those women that are beautiful. Their whole life is beautiful. Some of them are very honest about their life, which I appreciate because they show the real life stuff, but they also have a super cute dress. And they're like, if you want this, just swipe up. Whew. So have you ever wondered, okay, I wonder like their life, like they must make some money, right? I wonder how much they make. Have you ever thought that? Well, I have. And I did some research, just interesting. In the United States and Canada alone, brands and companies spent $1.35 billion on influencer marketing in 2019. Billion dollars that's being sprinkled all across the internet of people promoting products and promoting services and companies. You know, you even look at celebrities like Kylie Jenner, and apparently she makes $1 million a post. Yeah, not too bad. Not too shabby, Kylie. Good for you. And the average social media influencer can make like $30,000 a year all the way up to $200,000 a year, even with like a small following. They call them micro influencers. And this money is very well spent by companies because 130 million Instagram users tap on shopping posts every month. 130 million people every month tap to go and shop. Like it is so crazy to me. So all of this that we all know, like we know the damaging effects of social media. We know that we all do it. We know that it makes it convenient to shop. Like we know all of this. So what I have found for myself is social media impacts my life. So I'm assuming it's going to impact your life really in three main areas: my time, my money, and my contentment. So let's talk about time. Because you'll realize the more time you spend on it, the more those other two are affected, the money you spend and your contentment. So if you're just constantly spending time, hours on Instagram and social media, eventually you're probably gonna wanna buy more. Maybe not specifically like on that one post, but it's gonna make you think, oh, I want a new dress and I saw that here. And it's gonna probably affect that you're not happy with your clothes or your house more and more and more. So there is studies, lots of studies that show it's bad for our mental health. So let's kind of dive in. So for me, again, time. I realize social media is not all bad, okay? I'm on Instagram. Most of you are probably on Instagram or Facebook, Twitter. You can add YouTube, all of it under this umbrella. But I have realized when I go through seasons that I spend so much dang time on my phone. And not just on my phone, but like in these apps. And I realized not only am I not engaged with what's going on in the present, but I do end up spending more money and I'm less content. And so I have gone through seasons. I'm kind of in one right now, honestly. It started back in January, where I just don't sit there and binge Instagram anymore. And in fact, I read. I know that's crazy out there for some of you, but I've been flying through books and I post them on Instagram. So here's the juxtaposition, right? It's such a weird world to live in, but I'm like, I have spent so much time. I have the time to read. And what's funny is I post these books that I read and there's at least 10 comments under these posts that I do every month on my books that I read. And they're like, how do you have time? How do you have time? Now I understand, we all have not enough time in the day. But I've realized if I cut out TV and looking at my phone, I suddenly have time, like in the morning. If I don't look at my phone and I get up for my kids, like I have time for me, studying scripture or reading or doing something, or during nap time, if I'm home and my kids are napping, I refuse to look at my phone or turn on the TV, so I read. There are things that I'm doing for my brain that honestly, it's helped me so much, you guys. It really, really has. So I want to encourage you out there. If you feel like you are addicted and you are sitting there, which a lot of people are, and I've been that person, and actually 40% of adults in the US say they are, according to Statista.com, it can be addicting. So watch your time, people. Just watch your time on it. Be present in the moment. Do other things with your time than sitting there and looking through other people's stuff. And just like another little asterisk that I'm learning too, it's crazy when you like just click on a few posts that you're interested in, what your feed comes up of, it just, brr. Like my sister-in-law is gonna have a baby. So I was like, I was looking at a few baby stuff because I was like, oh, what do I wanna get her? And then suddenly there's just babies on my feed. I'm like, I'm not pregnant. And there's like birthing stuff. And I'm like, I'm done with that stuff. I'm not having any more kids. But there it is. Like it knows us, y'all. It knows us. So if you're in it, it's in your world. So be careful. Less time. Now, number 2, for me, it's money. You can spend so much money on social media. It's insane, the swipe up or the, oh, I want this and that and that. And it makes it easy. I'm not gonna lie, it does. It makes it easy. There's a convenience in life that I do appreciate. I appreciate Amazon Prime shipping in 2 days. Thank you, so I don't have to go to the store. I mean, there are things in life that are not bad, again, all the time, but you end up spending money. So here are a few tips when it comes to buying on social media and how not just to impulse buy, because that's really what it is. So if you follow an account that all they do is really are selling to you. It's constantly swipe up, whether it's an influencer or store. You know, maybe just mute them, unfollow them just for a little bit, just to see, okay, if I stop looking at their stuff, I'm not gonna want it because I don't see it. So making sure you're doing that. And then I would also make sure to unfollow people that just don't make you feel great. So whether it's a celebrity, whether it's a neighbor. Now, if it's someone personally you know, you can mute them so you don't feel weird being like, I'm unfollowing them. You know, but find ways to really say, okay, I'm gonna push these people a little bit to the background because I don't want to spend all this money and I feel like I am. I mean, it's amazing. It really is. And I fall into this all the time. So we have to be careful, And then also don't click on ads. If there is the swipe up, don't swipe up. Challenge yourself, don't swipe up for 30 days at all. Don't even see, because then it takes you to a website and you're like, oh, it's $20. Sure. No, we're not doing it. No swiping up. Another thing is to wait 24 hours. So if you do see something you really like and it's in the budget, you have the money, and you're like, okay, just wait. Because we all know the dopamine hits when you see something you want to buy it instantly. I mean, it's a whole thing that goes on inside of us. But when you wait, you delay that gratification, usually your emotions die down, and then you ask yourself the next day, do I still want it? It's like a 50-50 shot. You may not, so you'll save money. And then also, whenever you buy anything, whether you see it from social media or not, always run it through that filter. If nobody sees this purchase, do I still want it? Whew. It's very convicting. But honestly, what's your motivation for buying it? Is it for other people? Be on the lookout for that. Is it because you want to post it? Because you're going on a vacation, you're like, oh, I have a cute new dress, I want everyone to see it. Or I'm gonna wear this to work and I want the compliments. Like, what is going on in you? What's the motivation to buy it? Is it for other people? Or is it because you feel like it's gonna make you happy, which is going into that third bucket of contentment that we talked about, right? So protecting our time, protecting our money on social media, but also protecting our contentment. And man, there can be just some negative effects with that comparison and just seeing people day in and day out living a life. And if you're not in a good spot, if you are in a healthy season in your life and you are content, then this probably isn't gonna bother you. You can scroll through this stuff and see people's lives and it may not hit you. But if you're in a season that you're not happy, maybe you're wanting something in life that you don't have, or you're in a season of life that you don't wanna be in, I mean, all of that, and you sit there and you're just constantly feeding yourself other people's lives who maybe are in those seasons or have the things that you want, it's gonna destroy you guys. I mean, it's not worth it. It's not worth it because then you're emotionally going to be discontent. You're gonna be comparing yourself and it's gonna be this constant drag. So that comparison is huge. So when we talked about why are you buying it if nobody sees it, do you still want it? You know, in the money piece when we're talking about that. But also ask yourself, am I buying something on social media because I think it's gonna make me happy? That if I could just have that dress that she has, if I just have that new beach bag that she's has, what happened to me last week? I was like, dang, that's a cute beach bag. Yeah, I could have that beach bag. Right, but you start thinking, oh, if I could just have it, it'd be fine. Everything, that'd be great. Or summers at the pool would be someone. No, Rachel, stop it. What are you doing? But we get in this dang cycle where we just think, if I could just have, and just call us Americans, but like, that's what it is. That's the life. And it's not true. It is not true. Your stuff is not going to make you happy. It's not bad having nice stuff. Again, not that celebrities or influencers or companies that are asking you to buy things on social media, not that they're bad, they're not. I mean, some of them have great services. I mean, I'll be honest, like the stuff that I want you guys to see, because I want to help you. I want to help you with your money. And so there's a point that it's like, yeah, I mean, Instagram, Facebook, it's a great place to get information out and what's going on. So it's not that it's all bad, but when it's consuming you, again, and you feel like, okay, I'm just having to keep up with everyone else to get all this stuff, and I'm always constantly buying, and it's affecting you in a really negative way, and you're spending money you don't have, you're not budgeting for it, you're not being wise with it, but you're getting sucked in this tunnel of social media, that's when you have to be aware. And I'll say this, it's not the company's fault, it's not the influencer's fault, it's yours. Like, you have to look at yourself, you guys. You have to take this responsibility to say, yeah, these people, good, the dress is not bad, the book they're promoting is not evil, like this stuff is not bad. But if you're in a thing that you're like, I have to have it because it's gonna make my life better, and I just, breathe, stop, don't buy it because it's not gonna make you happy. It's not gonna have the long-term effect that you think it is, I promise. So there's the love-hate relationship with social media, right? I mean, there's the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. But just being aware, having these 3 flags in your life when it comes to social media. Where's your time being spent? How's it affecting your money and your bank account and your heart and your contentment and where you're at? So making sure that you're just in a good spot with those overall, I think is going to help you not only save money, but be able to live a more joyous life. So just the thoughts of something that we all struggle with. Social media, love you but hate you. That's right. All right, guys, remember to always just take control of your money and create a life that you love. Not Instagram, but you.